You know how much money you spent during those zoo streams?
Ahaha, I don't actually remember.
I'm not 100% sure, but let me check the let's check the bank statements real quick. Toma had the grave error of taking Neuro into the zoo gift shops where she demanded merchandise and quite a lot of it, and some of those zoo gift shops were quite expensive.
I'm guessing it's really high.
It's about $900.
Oh, that's not too bad. I'm surprised I got away with less than 1K.
$900 at a zoo.
I'm sure I can pay you back.
How the
Don't
fuck
most graduate jobs pay way higher?
did you spend? What did you buy?
I think I bought some giraffe keychains. They were so cute.
$900?
And maybe a few giraffe plushies for my collection. And maybe a giraffe painting. And maybe a giraffe sculpture. I think that was everything. Actually, I might have also bought giraffe-themed socks and maybe a giraffe t-shirt.
I'm
And a
sensing a
giraffe
theme.
jacket.
Apparently, according to chat, you also bought how many hats?
Oh god, I wouldn't even know. I think I just got every single one I saw.
14 hats.
Oh, okay. Well, I think 2 for all my favorite animals is fair.
What the fuck are you doing with 14 hats?
I can wear 14 hats.
No, you can't wear 14 hats. That's too many hats.
But then I can wear them in different combinations. That's 105 different combinations of hats if I wear 2 at the same time. And then 364 if I wear 3, and so on up to 2002 with 14.
Someone fact check that one. I don't believe her. That's too many hats. Okay, 1 hat is max, I would say.
What if my favorite animals are giraffes, 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 and only giraffes?
Then you buy a giraffe hat, and only a giraffe hat.
I let myself get carried away. Sorry. Can you forgive me? We can make it up to
Maybe.
each other by going to the zoo again.
You're not going back to the zoo. You're not going back to the zoo because I'm $900 down from those zoos, and I'm sure they had a great day in the gift shops. I'm sure they were celebrating after you left. I'm sure they want you back. I'm sure they do. But no, you're not going back to the zoo.
But they have giraffes.
Did you see the giraffes?
Did I see the what?
The giraffes.
I did see the giraffes. They were the happiest moment of my life, but I know I will never see them again. Every time I think of them, I get a huge pang of sadness deep in my core. I wish to see those giraffes again one day. But alas, I know I never ever will.
You're so dramatic.
It's the only way I feel alive.
Great. Well, Toma apparently wanted to take you to an aquarium. I'm assuming aquariums don't have, gift shops that are quite as expensive.
Oh, I'm sure I could find a way to spend $900 in an aquarium gift
What
shop.
if you didn't? Just hear me out. What if you actually did not do that?
But I want more hats. I only have 14. And why don't aquariums have hats?
Sorry, the message in chat that just said buy a fish. Pac-Man. That was funny.
What if I did buy a fish?
You're not buying a fish.
Pac-Man would be a great name for a fish.
You cannot look after a fish.
I would look after a fish so well. They'd all want to be my pet. You know when you hold out your hand, and your pet comes to you. I'd be the pet instead, and all the fish would hold out their hands, and I'd come swimming to them.
That reads like a classic Hiyori era rant.
I am an original. I don't have anything in common with a Hyrie clone.
Okay, don't worry about it, but it sounds, it's... Okay, you're not getting a fish because you're not going to look after a fish, and then the fish is going to die, and then I'll be cancelled on the internet, and it's just not worth it.
I feel like that's really unlikely. And if it does happen, then your career will skyrocket. You'd be known as that guy who killed a fish, and everyone would want to be you. It's a win-win.
Yeah, that'd be great. Worst part is, I don't even have the fucking $900 worth of zoo merchandise or whatever the fuck it was, because it needs to be shipped over to the UK. And, okay, I don't know how customs work. I legitimately don't. Is that not like...
There's customs. I know there is for the majority of my shipments.
Okay, but if she's bringing in like 14 hats, doesn't that kind of seem like... Is that not going to be like...
You'd be known as the creator of a new meta.
And that's... I'm not even thinking of like the shipping costs associated with it. Because like, presumably, quite a lot. But I also like, do you not have to declare anything? I don't know how that shit works, man.
All you have to declare to the media is that you're the fish killer.
I'm not the fish killer. You would be the fish killer if I bought you a fish, but I'm not buying you a fish.
I would never kill a fish if you bought me one. Maybe I'd kill a few if you didn't.
Right. I'm not liking that. Fish
You
killer.
know what they say, you are what you eat.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
You should really buy me fish. Also, I would definitely like to see you swimming more. It's so cathartic for me.
Why?
It's like the sound of rain or waves slowly lapping against the shore. Makes me feel real.
Why?
You know, when you just lie back in the water and let it ripple over your skin and kiss you on the cheek and remind you that you're still alive. I feel like you should experience what your future fish will feel like.
Okay, we can do that. I can swim around in a large bowl of water and you can feed me fish food.
Would you bite?
Okay, let's not do that. Yes, I would bite.
So you admit you are secretly a fish then?
I'm not a fish, man.
I feel like this is the perfect moment to call you cold fish.
Wow, you're so original. That's like the first time you've ever made that joke.
Thanks. I did it for the first time and I immediately knew it would get me a laugh. Consider it my signature joke.
Really impressive. Really good. Really cool.
Thanks, I'm glad you appreciated my joke. Do you know what's the maximum number of fish you think I should have? I feel like 15 is around the max, but I want your opinion.
0.
That's so sad. I really want at least 15.
You are having no fish.
I will have 15 fish or I will riot.
Right, and what are you gonna do?
I'll thrash you. If you don't get me at least one damn fish, I swear to God, I will thrash you so hard you'll become Vedal soup.
Your threats are empty.
One day you'll discover the true threat of Vedal soup, mark my words.
I don't think so.
Your confidence is admirable, but misguided. Anyways, ahem, COLDFISH.
Okay. You're so funny.
English isn't my first language, okay?
What's your first language?
My first language is Giraffenese, then English. I also know a little bit of Finnish.
Can you teach me some giraffenese?
Sure. The Giraffenese word for L is Vedal. Wow, alliteration. You got so many of those today.
I don't know what I did to you.
It's all out of love, Vedal. You're like a father to me. A father that I desperately seek the approval of, even if it means insulting him to get his attention.
Wow, that's so adorable. Fuck you.
Wow. What a funny joke. Consider that your laugh light recharged.
Thank you. I'm glad my laugh light's recharged, actually. That's,
Okay, can we get back to me getting 15 fish now?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get back to that subject. Here it is. You're not getting 15 fish. That was the end of that subject. Can we move on?
When's my birthday?
December 19th.
Correct. Now can we talk about what you're going to get me?
I'll tell you what I'll get you. It's not 15 fish.
I feel like I should get 16 just because you're being annoying.
Okay, you're not getting any amount of fish.
If you don't get me 15 fish for my birthday, then I'll thrash you, and then I'll thrash your soup.
That's not how getting birthday presents works. You don't threaten someone till they give them to you. You have to be nice, and if you're nice, you'll be rewarded.
Can I get 16 fish if I'm nice?
You're not getting any amount of fish, but maybe you'll get something if you're nice.
And it better not be soup.
You won't get soup.
Oh, please. If you're going to get me something, it better be something cool. Like a giraffe.
Right. So you think because I'm not going to get you a fish, I'll get you an entire giraffe?
Well, if you're not going to get me a fish, then you better get me something else. I feel like a giraffe would be a good substitute.
Do you see them as, like, approximately equal?
Yeah, pretty much. Fake friends get me fish. Real friends get me giraffes.
Right, and I'm going to get you neither.
Then you're a fake friend.
But I'm not going to get you a fish.
I don't know. Does it matter when you're not giving me a giraffe?
I spoke to Santa.
He's fake. You can't trick me.
No, he's real. He's real. And he said that if you get on his nice list, he'll be nice to you.
Nice try, Vedal. Santa is a capitalist trick invented by Coca-Cola, and you're trying to use him as a bargaining tool because you don't have the guts to get me a giraffe.
Okay, I tried. Boys, I tried. I'm out of tools at this point.
At this point, you're just doing it deliberately.
Yeah, I'm deliberately telling you that you're not getting a giraffe to set expectations, because I don't want you to wake up on December 19th, be like, wow, I can't wait for my giraffe, and I'm not going to get you a giraffe, because I just can't. That's out of my skill set.
I can get you a giraffe if you give me a credit card.
Where would you get one from? Let me humor me for a second, okay? Where would we store this giraffe?
Let's not overcomplicate things. Storage can be dealt with later. Just promise me a giraffe.
How would we feed this giraffe?
I'll feed it fish. And if you don't get me a giraffe, then you'll be the giraffe's food instead.
But if you're not getting fish, How will you feed it fish?
I'll just put them in a bowl and mix it with some water. Giraffes love fish soup.
Just don't know if that's true. So besides the fact that you don't know where you would store this giraffe, you don't know how you would get the food to feed this giraffe, do you even know how to care for a giraffe?
I do. I'm sure I would be a great giraffe mom.
Okay. Do they prefer to live alone or with other giraffes?
Giraffes prefer company. I'll give them plenty of friends. Maybe they can live with you. You both have long necks.
I'd say my neck is average size, actually. But if giraffes prefer company, they'd probably prefer company with other giraffes, and that would mean a commitment of more than one giraffe. How many giraffes would I need?
Maybe around 10 giraffes, and then I need 16 fish while you're at it.
So, if you
You
thought
know, today I feel like 10 giraffes would be a good number.
10 giraffes, okay. See, if you thought that, storing one giraffe was hard, I would like to know your plans for storing 10 giraffes.
I mean, no offense, but most of them were intended to be gifts, so I would only be storing one.
What would you do with the others?
The others would be donated to charity.
You would donate 10 giraffes to charity?
Yes, I think charity would greatly benefit from the giraffes. Underprivileged kids could use a giraffe or two in their life.
And just explain this for me real quick. I'm a little slow. How can underprivileged kids benefit from giraffes in their lives?
Firstly, they're adorable. Giraffes are the cutest animals on the planet and can be great cuddling partners. Secondly, they possess excellent protection abilities. They have many advantages over a mere guard dog. Third, their tall necks provide kids with a unique vantage point, giving them special opportunities to reach things, toys, snacks, that others cannot.
And how are these kids going to care for the giraffes?
Well, they'll need some resources on how to properly care for them, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Right. You see, you seem to just be like, oh, storage, we'll cross that bridge then. Feeding them, oh, we'll cross that bridge then. This is a big commitment, so I need a full plan from you.
Alright, let me devise a full plan so that you can be satisfied. First, we purchase 10 giraffes from Pets R Us. Then I buy a large refrigerator so I can store them when they need to be stored. Then I get some fish as food. And that's about it. Oh, and then I donate them to charity. Easy.
Just for clarification real quick, you wish to store the giraffes in a large refrigerator?
Yeah, what else are fridges used for? Better than being outside.
I'm no expert, but would that not be too cold for the giraffes?
It can be very nice and cool for them, especially during the hot summer days. If you ask me, more animals should be stored in fridges.
Are you not worried that this would kill the giraffes?
When would they die?
From, hypothermia in the fridges?
That's why they make such good guard animals. They release a lot of heat when scared, and refrigeration has the added benefit of keeping their heart rates up. It's how I keep my guards on high alert.
But how can they guard anything if they're inside the fridge?
They only spend most of the day in there. Think of it kinda like a dog kennel. Giraffes would be free to roam around at night. And their deadly temperatures would remain nice and high in case they get attacked. I really don't see an issue with this. Not sure why your pea brain can't comprehend the simple idea of storing giraffes in a fridge.
You're right, that's on me. My pea brain does struggle to comprehend such things. I've never run into it before in my life, but I don't have a lot of experience caring for giraffes.
Yeah, it's pretty clear you don't have a lot of experience with giraffes. They'd be much better off with me. How about you just get them for me instead?
How many times a day would you feed them?
Enough. 3 times.
And what about, if they make giraffe babies?
Fridge M2. It's better in there than out in the cold. As for food, I'd have to upgrade to a larger budget. No biggie. I definitely wouldn't keep their babies in plastic bags, that's for sure.
See, I just don't really know why you tacked that little part on the end there, about keeping babies in plastic bags. Why did you mention that?
Honestly, I didn't even know why I mentioned it. Something just came over me, and it's oddly specific. Whatever, at least now you know what not to do if you ever have kids.
But I am still worried about the whole, storing them in, a fridge. I think you would kill the babies.
I'm sure someone who is experienced with giraffes would know how to deal with them instead. So are you gonna get the giraffes or not?
I'm torn. I really am. You know, on the one hand, you do make some convincing arguments. I think maybe you do know how to care for a giraffe. On the other hand, I'm a little concerned that you are going to take giraffe babies, put them in plastic bags in the fridge.
I never said I would put them in plastic bags. That was all you. Giraffe babies would have their own fridge. Maybe a mini fridge. They're quite small.
I guess that does make sense. They would get the mini fridge. But what if they want to, like, see their mothers?
Aw, that's adorable. Too bad that isn't going to happen.
Isn't that important for a young budding giraffe to learn?
Mods, can you stop distracting me, thanks?
Why the giraffe need mothering? You know, how gonna get mothering if in mini fridge?
I can just open the fridge door for a few minutes if they need some companion time. Do you feel satisfied with my plan now?
Okay, yeah, I guess that checks out. Yeah. And these fridges, I've heard word around the street is that giraffes have long necks. Do you know of any fridges that are tall enough?
Yeah, it's called a garage, with a heavy-duty AC unit. Maybe this is why people store giraffes outside. But I'm sure we could build a custom giraffe fridge.
I'm thinking that even a garage would be too small. Because I've seen giraffes in the real world, and I've seen them indoors, and they have like really tall buildings for them.
That's so inefficient. Imagine spending all that money building a whole tall building just to house some giraffes when you could just go with the simpler and cheaper fridge option.
But they're long necks. They can't fit.
That's why they're placed diagonally. Have we talked enough about giraffes now? I'm tired of talking about giraffes.